Sorry. Check, check. Mic, check. Come on. Work with me. Back over here. Check, check. Random word association. Czechoslovakia. Okay. Hopefully everything is in order. Feel like I need. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab a notebook. I'm doing Nintendo E3 Bingo, and I need a solid surface to X stuff out on. And back. Fortunately, it's that simple when you're still in college. Alright. Got that. Grabbing my pen. Okay. So, I do apologize to anyone that was expecting me to do coverage of the Bethesda and I did Bethesda. For the Ubisoft and Sony conferences, I was watching it live, but my internet browser was crashing on me so frequently last night that I did not want to risk the recording just dying midstream. But I can say that having looked at games like Beyond Good and Evil 2, I know a lot of people are going to be excited for that, even if it's probably the highest rating that franchise has ever had since it came out, because back when it first came out, I've heard that it was not M rated. That's for certain. I am looking forward. I'm very excited about Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Just that game looked really, really fun. I've been able to play games like, well, the only tactical strategy game I've played so far is like Fire Emblem, so I can't really say much on my experiences of tactical strategy games, but seeing Mario and Rabbids, that looked very much up the same alley. I've heard a lot of people say it reminded them a lot of like Codename Steam or XCOM, so a lot of people are going to be excited about that game, and knowing it's a Nintendo Switch exclusive, that's already awesome on its own. Um, what else? Um, Assassin's Creed Origins was looking good. Last night being able to see stuff like Uncharted Lost Legacy, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite was very exciting for a lot of people, I'm sure. I was not expecting Black Panther to be in the game, and considering we got the trailer for that movie very, very recently, a lot of people are probably very excited to see Black Panther in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Um, God of War, the one coming out next year based around Norse mythology, that looked pretty good. And getting to see that giant serpent, and I'm familiar enough to know how to pronounce that serpent's name, Jormungand, knowing that he's going to be involved, that's dangerous, because you may as well call this God of War Ragnarok, because to Norse mythology, Jormungand, the serpent that wraps itself around the roots of the world tree, that thing is bent on taking out the Norse gods, setting in motion Ragnarok. Just Kratos, I hope you know what you're doing. What else? I was very surprised. Well, I kind of expected that there would be, if anything, minimal information on The Last of Us Part 2. A little disappointed on that end. I wasn't very excited to see Detroit becoming human again. That was very unexpected. Like, we've heard nothing, or at the very least, very little about that game since last E3 for Sony. And a lot of people were excited about the last trailer. Getting to see this, that was fun. That was like, I heard so many people getting flashbacks as they were watching the stream that it felt very much like Heavy Rain. What else was there? It was a little disappointing that looking into videos after the fact that Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy was only mentioned post, like in between conferences. I did get to see the trailer for that, and oh my goodness, if what I just saw, well, if what I saw last night is what's going to be throughout the entire game, I'm very surprised they chose to include Coco in the very first Crash game. Just Crash has been the only time prior to just getting to play as Coco in Crash 1 and Crash 2. That's unheard of. And I found it a very nice aesthetic that they included her laptop, that she carried that throughout the levels. Just that was a very nice little addition to her character. Crash, why can't you go to consoles off the PlayStation 4? I would love to play Crash Insane Trilogy on any Nintendo console because yeah, I don't have the money to realistically afford a PlayStation 4. And right now I'm trying to, where I can, to save up money for a capture card and a Nintendo Switch just so I can be able to live stream games and be able to play it with people watching me. What else? What else was there? Spider-Man for PlayStation 4. That looked awesome. I've seen little bits of footage of past Spider-Man games, and by and large, this next Spider-Man game looks incredible, and getting to hear the voice actor for Spider-Man, Yuri Lowenthal, just that was... He added a lot of quirks to his own personality into that, because the only other places most people have probably heard Yuri Lowenthal's voice might be like Naruto, as he voiced Sasuke, Ruby because he voiced Mercury. For some people that have played more recent Fire Emblem games, he's been the English voice actor for Marth and Ellawood. But just overall, I don't exactly know when the Square Enix press conference is, if at all, during E3, but one of the biggest disappointments for me, having watched the press conference for Sony, was not getting to see Final Fantasy VII Remake. Why on earth would they not? Just, they announced that at 2015's E3 press conference, and it's not... FF7 Remake hasn't been at a Sony press conference or at the E3 one or PlayStation X ever since. I take that back. There was the 2015 PlayStation PSX where we got to see the first trailer, and we've seen like a promotional image for FF7 Remake and then little screenshots of in-game footage, but we've seen nothing beyond that. Just why on earth reserve it for the one conference where you're, unless you end up putting an English version of the Kingdom Hearts 3 orchestra trailer, who in the world would even watch that conference? Like, if you don't have Kingdom Hearts 3 and FF7 Remake at your conference, Square Enix, there's little to no point for you even having one if you did. But I've been rambling on for perhaps too long. We're finally going to get into the Nintendo Spotlight, press conference, as I have not yet seen it. So, this is going to be a considerable long haul of video footage, but I hope you enjoy. So, let's get started. And go. I am also doing a bingo card for the conference. And so far, from what we had from on Direct, I already had 2 things checked off. One of the tiles was Mario Party 11 reveal, Bayonetta 3 teaser, or a Pokken tournament port announcement. We got that, and then the upcoming Pokemon game, specifically Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, we got that. I was leaving that open on the upcoming Pokemon game thing because I didn't know if it was going to be like Stars, a Gen 2 remake, if we were going to get news about a new Pokemon game on the Switch, so I just left that open there. And, oh boy, what to even anticipate? So, one of the tiles is finally figuring out what the new Retro Studios game is. Super Mario Odyssey is already kind of given. Animal Crossing Mobile is something I was guessing at. Also Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, because that could definitely reinvigorate players who have been playing that to do that some more. I am taking a wild guess that we're going to get some news on a holiday season Nintendo Switch bundle. That could very well work. Mother 3 is already kind of a given, since Nintendo fans have been waiting for years, and I'm just running that by for anyone who wants that. Fire Emblem Warriors info dump, that we finally get more information on that. A possible price drop for the Nintendo Switch, its Pro Controller, and or the Joy-Cons. A bunch of awesome third-party games. I'd love to hear something about that. A Smash 4 port to the Switch with basically a bunch of additional DLC, possibly in adventure mode. The Rainway app. I was very curious on the Rainway app, if Nintendo was even going to publicly mention that, as that basically lets you take Steam games from PC and let you play them on Nintendo Switch. The Rainway's already confirmed that, and Nintendo hasn't come out publicly to say that they're preventing that. Otherwise, I'd love to hear more about that. A new Metroid game. Love to hear about that. Some incredible reveals for Amiibo. I collect those anyway, and getting to hear about more of those would be fun. A fun, memorable, and creative theme for the Direct, because aside from last E3, the previous 2 Nintendo Directs for E3 were a collaboration with Robot Chicken and the Jim Henson Company for the Muppets. Something that's said or shown that becomes a meme. More information on the Breath of the Wild Summer DLC or the reveal of the Winter DLC. We get to hear more about the online voice chat app Nintendo's working on. 3DS games that end up getting covered a little too much in detail when everyone's expecting more on the Nintendo Switch side of things. GameCube Virtual Console on Switch, possibly spearheaded by Melee HD being revealed. Something that gets leaked that blows everyone's minds when it's confirmed. I have no idea on that kind of thing. And the last 2 things I haven't... a Nindies montage, getting to see more Nintendo indie games. Final Fantasy VII Remake and or Kingdom Hearts 3 on the Nintendo Switch. The reason for that, Kingdom Hearts has been on just about every single handheld Nintendo's ever put out before those handheld games were ported to PlayStation. So that leaves a lot of room for KH3 to end up on the Nintendo Switch, because Switch runs Unreal Engine 4. Kingdom Hearts 3 runs on that engine. And considering it's a portable Nintendo system, it would make very little sense, considering prior relations with Nintendo, for them not to put that on the Switch. And then FF7 Remake. I have heard nothing about what the other systems or platforms that FF7 Remake is going to end up on, so it could very well end up on the Switch, considering we have Cloud in Smash. We have 2 different Cloud amiibos coming out, which transitions into another point, getting an amiibo series for any combination of Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy VII, or the entire Final Fantasy franchise. That would be fun for a lot of people, but it would kill their wallets. Okay, so that is the full checkup list for everything I am hoping ends up on the direct because of stuff. Oh, whatever. Can I skip this, please? Please send it. And moving it to 6 minutes 50 seconds, 8:50, 9:58. I have no idea how long people were waiting for the direct to start. I don't no idea when they began the Twitch wait time. Come on. Come on. And 20 minutes. That would have been 15 extra minutes of wasted time had I just been rambling through that. Come on. Getting warmer. 25 minutes. I want to leave it on a safe 30 minutes. It doesn't start soon. Because what's already here is about 4.5 hours of still being live streamed footage. Okay, inching ever closer. Oh, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Alright. Arms? Yep, it's Arms. They're doing a trailer for Arms first. Or this might be a montage of all the games they have up and coming. So getting to see Arms first. Mario Kart? No. Rocket League! That came out of nowhere. So that's a cool third-party game. That's one more notch on bingo card. Pokken? Yeah, that's Pokken right there. FIFA. There we go with that. Getting more of that EA support. The only question is how many people will be invested in getting that on Switch. Because Xbox One X and PS4 Pro aren't going to make it easy for parents to buy systems for their kids. They're going to get confused. Switching to. Nice to see the 4v4 on that in a public venue. That's going to be sick when that comes around. Okay, so montage of upcoming games. FIFA 18, Rocket League, that's going to be fun for portable play for that. I mean, convention goers are going to have a riot with Rocket League. Alright, let it begin.
The game
Hey, Reggie.
is fun. The game is a battle. If it's not fun, why bother? If it's not a battle, where's the fun? It's a test that you pass or a quest that you fail. A race against time.
Switch screen in the background.
Fun and battle always locked together. But the game is also something else. It's a journey, a passport to new worlds, maybe even an odyssey. A look, a focus and open your mind. Yes, the journey requires the right ticket, and that ticket is Nintendo Switch. But in the end, it's not just where you can take your game.
It's where it takes you. Yeah.
It's where your game can take you. So let's go.
Xenoblade? I'm getting Xenoblade feels right here. Yep, it's Xenoblade 2.
Story goes that when the world was young, everyone in Altress lived on the World Tree, together with our divine father, the architect.
So we're definitely getting
They
more on
called that
Xenoblade.
paradise Elysium.
So this definitely doesn't feel like we're going back to the Bionis and Mechonis. Yet it looks so much like Colony 9, or whatever it was right there.
You're a blade.
So she is
As the driver of the Aegis. Can you take me to Elysium?
and the game looks anime as all get out.
Let's go to Elysium. I'll take you there myself.
So you gotta think, how are they gonna sort this out for Smash if Shulk comes back in the future? Like, is this new protagonist gonna be a costume swap? Are they gonna give Shulk this specific blade? Like, that's just left in the air.
We'll show you. We'll show you what me and Pyra are made of.
Pyra?
Take this!
Because the name sounds
Now
very
that you've come this
reminiscent
far,
of another
there can be
anime
no turning back.
soldier.
And that sword can't be! I'm guessing your goal is Elysium.
I'm very surprised that despite Super Mario Odyssey being the focus of the spotlight, we're starting with Xenoblade 2. And the soundtrack is definitely up there as normal.
This blade he calls Pyra. Our flames hide something deeper.
What's the matter? Are you the Aegis, or aren't you?
I won't use that power, and I won't let you use it either.
If you know what you desire,
The theme is
you will have
very
to show it.
reminiscent of another track
Not with
from
words, but with
Xenoblade
your own
Chronicles.
strength. Everyone, let's go!
Oh, goosebumps. Holiday 2017. I think they confirmed that already. Ooh, first look, what do we have? Switch.
Sometimes you need a hero. A sword swinging, fire wielding, stone cold hero with an insatiable appetite.
Kirby? Yes, it's Kirby! A new Kirby game on Switch! Yeah! Oh, this looks so good! Graphics just flow so good. Wait, you can befriend enemies? Is this supposed to be co-op or a mechanic of the game? Or both? A fire sword? So this is reminiscent of Crystal Shards, Water Bomb. Definitely, yeah. A curling rock. This is definitely the fusion of coffee abilities. Definitely reminds me a lot of Kirby 64. And a wheel of everyone. Huh. Wispy, and you look so organic. You look so normal for a tree, like more so than normal. Kirby 2018. Awesome. So no confirmed title, but that's
Hi
awesome.
everyone, I'm Shinya Takahashi from Nintendo.
Mhm.
I hope you've been enjoying the journey with Nintendo Switch so far. When I found out that Nintendo Switch is being accepted by video game fans from all over the world as a home console that could be taken with you anywhere, I felt so relieved.
Now,
Take
compound
Switch
that
outside,
relief
come
by
together,
helping
and share
the general
the
public get
experience.
more.
This idea was how we hoped
I mean,
people would play with Nintendo
when Japan
Switch.
has
But
to
people are coming up
do
with many
lotteries
creative ways
just to give
play
out
in all
Switches
kinds of
at
places,
the
in
restock
many more
lines,
ways
that's kind of
than we
unfortunate.
expected. This summer, Nintendo and
Sorry,
its
roommate.
third-party partners will release many multiplayer games that can be played anytime, anywhere, and
Multiplayer
with
games.
anyone.
Yep.
We hope there will be many heated competitions that will be ignited by Nintendo Switch.
You're really
Now, we'll
besides
continue our look at even
esport
more
thing
new
right
game worlds
this
for
year,
Nintendo
actually.
Switch.
Who knew?
But before we do, there is one announcement we'd like to share from our very special friend. Please take a look.
Pokemon.
Hi everyone, I'm Tsunekazu Ishihara from the Pokemon Company. Just the other day, we announced that Pokken Tournament Deluxe is coming to Nintendo Switch.
This is true.
This is the latest version of the premier Pokemon fighting game.
Yep.
2 people can dive right into battle using 2 Joy-Con controllers. So you can experience heated Pokemon battles with just
Hopefully
one Nintendo Switch
health
console.
of the stream is going well, because
There are some
I can't
fresh
tell
additions,
whatsoever.
including new Pokemon, and this deluxe version of
Oh,
the game
that
will
Darkrai
be on
super
display
looks
at E3
sick.
for attendees to play.
And Empoleon's ripping through
I have one more
Lucario.
announcement.
One more?
Game Freak has begun developing a core RPG Pokemon title for
What?
Nintendo Switch.
Oh gosh!
It may not release for more than a year, but we hope you'll look forward to it all the same.
So 2018, maybe
In
2019
the
at the
meantime,
latest.
let's enjoy this year's E3.
So that is sick. They have confirmed
Thank
there's
you
a
very
Pokemon
much.
RPG heading to the
We
Switch.
heard that the Pokemon
So that
series
begs
is
the
being
question.
developed for Nintendo
Is
Switch.
it new? Is it the
What kind of
Diamond
Pokemon
and
game will
Pearl
we be able
remake?
to play on Nintendo Switch? I'm looking forward to it myself.
So the rest of
At
us.
this year's E3, we're mostly showing games that will be released in 2017. But please know that here at Nintendo, we're working on many forms of entertainment that can only be made possible on Nintendo Switch. We hope you look forward to them as well.
Oh, wait a
Now-
second. I just realized something. Before we continue, I probably need to change the title of the stream. So I will get back to you in a second.
continue on with the journey with Nintendo Switch.
Okay. Oh. Okay, new Switch game. What do we have here? Kind of looks. Wait a second. No! Metroid Prime 4! Oh my goodness! Bubsy, eat your heart out! Nintendo was just waiting on that announcement. You don't matter anymore, Bubsy. We are getting our Metroid game. 2 sides to every story. And every state. What? Yoshi? We're getting another Woolly World? Or is this more of a Paper Yoshi kind of thing? What is going on? This definitely has more of the mechanics of Woolly World in it. Come on, I need a name specifically to confirm what this is. Because I want to think it's Woolly World, but I'm not sure yet. Aw, little birdie cups. Co-op? Good. Gonna be fun for couch co-op, so that's definitely fitting into the epic yarn aspect of it. The Kirby epic yarn Yoshi Woolly World thing. Just clarifying that so no one's confused on that. Aw, fish! Oh gosh. Oh, there's 3-directional aiming. Yoshi 2018. Okay. Just can't go over that Metroid announcement. Fire Emblem. We're getting Fire Emblem next. A long galaxy forever. Nope. There was a small kingdom that had been given the protection of the sacred dragon. Fire Emblem lore.
We're under attack! Mother's in danger!
If she's up there, then...
What?
You two must keep going. No, I'm coming with you.
So it's fully voice acted. Good to know. That's... Wait, Yuri Lowenthal? Is that Marth also voicing the male player character of Fire Emblem Warriors? Female Corrin! Annika's gonna lose his mind.
I am Marth, the Prince of Altea.
There's
I'm
Yuri.
here to save you.
Anyone who remembers...
Remember that you can rely on your friends.
Anyone...
With you.
Anyone who remembers
Get it together, you two.
Spider-Man from
If you
last
can't do
night,
this, who
that
can?
voice is the same one.
You fought your way
Ryoma,
this far.
Xander,
There's
female
nothing
Corrin,
you two can't do.
No matter the danger, we
Crom.
can overcome it if we're working together.
All right, let's move out.
and
Working together,
I believe
we
it's
can finish this.
Xion and Leong, or however it's pronounced. 7 heroes now. And they think there would be too many sword fighters going beyond Fates,
Hi there. I'm the Legend
Mystery of the
Zelda
Emblem,
series
and
producer,
Awakening.
Eiji Aonuma.
Oh, Zelda.
You may have already heard about it during Bethesda's showcase that was
So
held
I'll
a few
put a
days ago.
half.
It was announced that select Zelda
Skyrim.
items will appear
Oh.
in the Nintendo Switch version of Skyrim. I'm really looking
Read
forward
what-
to exploring Skyrim with the Master Sword in hand. Oh, when did this Master Sword get in my hand?
That's a really
Next up,
large
We'll take a look
Master
at
Sword.
the DLC packs for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
There's the DLC.
Let us take you on a new Hyrule adventure.
Okay. Ooh, that's a cool transition. So the instant warp gate, or is this the Den of Trials? Or whatever it is. Trial of the Sword, there we go. So starting off from nothing. Oh, the Molduga theme, they know. Just when it's one of their catchiest Breath of the Wild songs, they couldn't. Oh, that's gonna mess with people. Hopefully, when the time comes for me to get a Switch, all the DLC is already taken care of, so I can get the full experience. Mask helps find Korok seeds. Oh, it makes the little noise. That's nifty. Oh, never mind. Oh gosh. Oh. Like, how many hearts do you start off with in the hard difficulty? Oh gosh, is that new? That's a new color of Lionel, isn't it? Oh no. No.
Oh.
There's an ancient verse passed down in this region called the Champion's Ballad. Sure. Go ahead, Cass. Why must you taunt us? June 30th for the new stuff for Switch. Awesome! So it's the end of the month.
What did you think? I actually have one more announcement that I'd like to share.
What?
The 4 champions that appeared in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be available as amiibo.
Oh my
The Zora
gosh!
champion, Mipha.
Are you kidding me? Mipha,
The Goron champion,
Daruk,
Daruk.
Rivali, and
The Rito
Urbosa
champion,
get amiibo
Rivali.
for Breath of the Wild.
And the Gerudo
My
champion,
wallet!
You'll be able to use these 4 amiibo in The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, you'll be able to use these in the DLC packs that you just saw, so please look
Why
forward to
not?
them.
This changes the game. Travel the world.
Los Angeles?
Bring people together.
Because this
Play
looks like
anywhere,
LA.
with anyone.
I know it's
If
a
video gaming is a
set
journey,
stage, but
then anywhere has to
kind of
include
looks
stuff
like
right here in LA during E3.
one of the peers for
This
gang
is
for
Magic
one.
Week, where booths buzz and channels glow, where the game worlds you've heard about suddenly spring into life. And this summer, a new kind of heated competition ignites right on Nintendo Switch. It kicks off later today with the Splatoon 2 World
Invitationals.
Inkling
All of the
Invitational,
invitationals.
which brings teams from the Americas, Europe,
Still have to see
Australia,
Team
New Zealand,
Deadbeat
and Japan
yet.
to see whose colorful
I'm
skills
pretty
are the best.
sure those were the
Tomorrow,
Toon
the
1
Pokken
that was going
Invitational
on
will be
earlier this year.
You might recognize some of our 8 competitors
Yeah,
who'll be
a
duking
lot
it
of
out in
YouTubers,
heated
a
battles.
lot of pro
Later on Wednesday,
fighting
we'll
game
see 8
players.
players throw punches in the fun and competitive game ARMS, which launches later this week.
Just
4 of our players will be
wasn't it
pros,
Nairo in the
and the other
Pokemon
4 will be
Invitational? I
E3
think it was.
attendees who rise
Just
to the top
him versus
by battling
Justin
on the show
Wong.
floor.
That's gonna be a
If you're going to
very
E3,
anticipated
we
fight
hope you'll
if it
accept the challenge.
gets to that point.
And no matter where you are, be sure to catch up with Nintendo Treehouse Live.
Yo
at
Schiller!
E3
Yo
for all the
Schiller!
details and news about Nintendo Switch and Nintendo 3DS.
Can't miss that Yoshi hat.
But now, there are a few more worlds left to visit on our journey.
Super
before
Mario
we land in the
Odyssey.
booth. Let's go.
Super Mario. Or we start with Rabbids. That came out of nowhere. Yves Guillemot! Or however it's
Mario
pronounced.
plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and it will be developed exclusively for the Nintendo Switch. The rabbit's crazy personalities and unpredictable behavior
I'm just
will
very
shine
surprised
as
that they
they
breathed
arrive in a
so
great
much
imagined and twisted
subtext
Mushroom Kingdom.
personality into
They will
Princess
surprise
Peach
you
for this
in
game.
tactical adventure filled with combat and exploration.
So much more to
Mario
this.
and his friends will join them in an epic quest to put the kingdom back in order.
Gosh.
We can't wait for you to play the game on August 29th.
The rest of the gaming world can't wait for it either, because this looks epic. But, like, an incredible game. Don't want to use epic too liberally. More with the selfies! What was that? The Rocket League. They're covering that more now. Good to know. This is an awesome third-party game. What else? Oh, wait, I forgot to mark Metroid. Mario. Figures! Cross-network play. That's gonna be important. Cross-network play. That is awesome.
We're extremely excited to announce that Rocket League is indeed coming to Nintendo Switch. We know that both the Rocket League and Switch communities have wanted it, and now we're going to release it. Complete with cross-network support that lets you play against opponents on other platforms.
The Switch version will have all the features and modes we've released thus far, plus exclusives like
nice.
local wireless multiplayer, Mario and Luigi hats for customizing your car, and new exclusive cards we'll talk about later this year.
Later in the year.
Switch
So we can expect the guys at Psyonix to come back for a direct. Nice. Next game. Where are we? Hello? Monster Hunter? No. Not yet. Not on Monster Hunter. No. What? It's Super Mario Odyssey. Are they gonna end up in a dinosaur-themed world? A scooter. Why not? Nightmare Before Christmas much? What? Oh gosh. So, jazz music for this? That's a nice touch. What? No! You can't become a frog! Oh my gosh. A Goomba and a... What does this hat not do? And a rocket. Why not? Photoboo, a rocket head, and the like Photoboo, are you kidding me? The Piranha Plant Bouquet is a nicest touch, but Peach is not having it. Green Moons? Different outfits. Oh, that's clever. Shane John Martin Taxi. Are you kidding me with these? What does this game not do? You're 10. And a dinosaur. And I'm pretty sure I knew who that was. Pauline? October! We're getting it in October! Oh my gosh. So I can cross off Super Mario. Don't know if I should cross off Retro Studios for the Prime 4 thing quite yet. Let's see what else. There weren't any indies in any of that. We haven't gotten anything on anything with Nintendo Switch. Certainly no Smash 4, so some people are going to be salty. Unless Square Enix covers it, no Final Fantasy VII or Kingdom Hearts
Hey
3.
everybody, and welcome to Nintendo Treehouse Live at
Okay, the
E3
Treehouse
2017.
is starting.
We're back for another year. We've got a lot of great games
So
to
now
show
with
you,
that,
and a lot of special guests swinging by as well.
I'll hold
But to
off
get things
on
kicked off, we're
the
going to take another look at Super Mario Odyssey.
bingo card
Just saw the
and
video
gonna
in
have
the
some lunch.
spotlight. It's gonna be coming
Fortunately,
out October 27th
Taco
soon.
Tuesday gave
And
me
we're going to take a look at some gameplay.
quite the
I'm
opportunity
Sam
to
from the Treehouse,
get
joined by
the
my colleagues
tacos
from the
from
Treehouse, Rob, and
campus.
Scott on the end. And we have some very special guests with us for this segment.
Oh!
We've got the game's producer, Koizumi-san, and the game's
Koizumi.
director,
I barely missed that name. Just trying to think of that.
Thank you both so much for joining us today.
So, it's nice that we're getting to see
So I know folks are probably
more
really
on
excited
this.
to get in the gameplay, but before we
My
jump in,
wallet
there
with
were a
those
lot of
Breath of the
really cool
Wild
reveals in that
amiibo.
video, and I think folks should be
Why?
really interested
I
in
just
all the
barely
different directions
secured
that you're taking this game.
pre-orders.
But at the core, there's
Not
really
I finally
kind of a
secured my
strong
orders
philosophy that you've got going. I was
for
wondering if you could tell our viewers
near
a little bit more about
retail price Japanese imports of the Link Rider, Breath of the Wild Zelda, and Bokoblin amiibos.
First, could I just ask you, was there anything you saw in there that particularly surprised you or interested you?
I gotta say, the first time I saw that T-Rex, my heart stopped.
The dinosaur was a big
so exciting.
よかったです。今回のマリオは、テーマが旅になっていて、別の国に行った時の驚きをすごく強調しています。
Hopefully I can
So we have a
realistically
theme of going on a journey
time
in
out,
this game, but we're also trying to give the player a lot of
space
surprises.
out
And I
the
think the dinosaur
stream,
is a
because
really big surprise.
there's still
マ
several
リオシリーズって
hours of
マリ
footage
オ
left to go.
が持ってるその分かりやすさであるとか、可愛らしさであるとか、
Ooh,
誰でも分かるよう
very,
な共感というもので
very
ゲーム
well
を作ってきて、
seasoned
今もこれも入って
pork
る
in
んで
this
すけども、
taco.
今回は特
Very
に
spicy.
旅の驚きっていうことをすごく、盛り込みたいので、驚きというテーマを、体験もそうだし、ビジュアルもそうだし、たくさん詰め込んでま
But
す。
just the
But we also want to balance
Metroid
that feeling of surprise with some
development
emotional
announcement,
resonance, giving people
that's
something
gonna
that's familiar,
leave a
that's
mark
attractive,
on
that's
a
really cute
lot
from
of
the Mario
people.
series, and bounce people back and forth
Just, we
between
haven't
achieving
had
and
a Metroid
surprising.
game
そ
in
れを
one
体験するための新しいプレイ
generation.
システムを、
Last
作り
Metroid
ました。
game we had was Other M. And if anything
So
after
we've come
that,
up with some
the
play
Fucking
systems to get that
Trilogy,
across as well. So it's not just a look and feel, but a play experience
or at least a Metroid game on a console.
also. And I'd like to turn to Mr. Matsukura to
Because we
explain
do have Prime Federation
今作は帽子を投げて
to talk about that.
敵や物を操って
Though, considering we're
とあ
getting
る地球
Prime
を冒
4,
険するっていう
the
物語
ending
に
to
なっています。
Prime Federation
So the
work
kind of
might
overall
still come
story
into
of this
play.
game is, you're
We
going
know
around, you're throwing your hat,
book
you're taking
a
over
big
different enemies and
Metroid at the
objects,
end
and
of
you're traveling
Prime
the world while you do that.
Force.
そのパワームーンっていうのがイ
You
コール
could
驚きになっています
side
ので、それを帽子を投げたり、いろんな
So
ものを操って、
he's probably going to be an
箱庭を
antagonist
探
for
索
this.
してもらえたらと思ってます。
Or at the
And we
very
talked about
least, an
surprise before,
enemy
but basically the
that we
unit of surprise in this game is those power
fight
moons.
on
Those always
repeated
equal a
occasions.
surprise, so you go around, you throw your hat at different things, you control enemies, and you find things that are surprising, and that gives you a power moon.
Right on, so let's get into
Just
some
all those
gameplay. Rob, you're gonna take us
transformations
into
for
New
Super
Donk
Mario
City.
Odyssey.
First, I'd like to
I
take a quick
wasn't
look at the
expecting
Odyssey,
that.
for which the game is
I
named.
thought the hat was
It's the
just going
ship
to be an
Mario
extra
uses to travel the
platform.
world, and it's
Ooh,
powered
gameplay,
by
yes.
these power moons, so you keep needing additional thresholds of them to get onto the next kingdom. And just to show off a little bit of the new moves, obviously there's the hat throw. You can make it stay in place, which is sometimes valuable. It can grab
Couple
things
coins.
for you. There's two
Good
kinds of
only
coins,
in
which
this
we'll talk about it
kingdom.
a little later on.
Actually, there in that little dialogue box, we saw Cappy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Cappy is both the red hat that he's wearing and also in his native
Its
form,
name is
he's a
Cappy.
white top hat.
Really?
And so one other move that's
How many
cool
people
is
on
the
Twitch?
circular throw.
What?
Knocks away everything. But let's get down into the city. And as you saw in the trailer, so there's the capture mechanic lets you take over things. It also lets you do fairly exotic things like turn into electricity, travel through wires.
Oh my god.
So how did the capture mechanic come about?
キャプチャーという仕様を作ったきっかけは何かありましたでしょうか
Main
そう
Street
ですね、
entrance.
今作は
Wait,
も
Mayor
のすごくい
Pauline?
ろんなこ
Oh
う施策って
gosh.
いうものを
It's
して
exactly
くれ
like
ています
Donkey Kong in here.
So when we were making this game,
How's that
what
for
we
a
started out doing was
throwback?
making just a huge amount of different gameplay prototypes.
このキャプチャーというアクションもそのうちの一つです。
And this capture action was just one of those prototypes.
Wait,
みんなでこうアイデ
wait,
アを
what
出し
about
合
capture?
った中に出てきたんですけども、それをそうですね、2、3日ぐらいで作って遊んでみたらものすごく面白かったので、すぐ
Oh,
中
that's
止になる
clever.
と決めました。
So, it was just one of the ideas that came up, but we worked on it for 2 or 3 days, and it just instantly turned into something that was really fun, and we decided, well, okay, this should just be the center of this game.
I love how much it encourages that exploration and experimentation that I think the Mario games along these lines are so known for when you think about Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine. Here we've got so much stuff that just looks interesting, and you're wondering, okay, what will happen if I throw my cap at it? You never really know what's going to happen, so you want to try everything just to see.
City Hall plot. Oh gosh, I just saw her. That's going to be a Mario throwback for anyone who didn't play the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games. Oh,
everything and try all sorts of different things.
That's
right now,
shaking
normally,
joy.
if you were following the story path of the game, you'd be talking to Mayor Pauline, who wants you to recruit musicians. There's one there. But we're going to ignore that right now because there's lots and lots of things to do beyond following the main story of the game. Like possess rockets and turn into rockets with mustaches.
Sky level.
Note there. So you mentioned Mayor Pauline, and I think our sharp-eyed viewers will have noticed that some of the street signs.
I tweeted out the bingo card on my Twitter. Same name as I have here. Yeah, it is very cool to see Fire Emblem Warriors right now.
Some interesting red girders going on here. I wonder, Kozuma-san and Monokura-san, if you could tell us a little bit more about the city. It's got some interesting backstory.
やっぱりポリン市長がいて、ニュードンクシティという名前がついてる
So unfortunately,
何かこの都市について説明していただけますか。
そうですね。名前もそうですし、
we got a bunch of additional stuff on
何かのゲームに関係がありそうですけど、今日はちょっと詳しく。
Treehouse live stream. I don't think I'm getting big.
So certainly you can tell that Pauline
I did.
is from
I think I got a big
name New Donk City
Xbox
probably leads you to a
conference.
couple of hints,
I
but we can't get
don't
into too
remember
much
if
of
they
it.
mentioned
And I like the shirt you're wearing, by the way.
I think
Good choice today.
Steve,
お楽しみに。
if
Please look
I
forward to hearing more
bingo
about that.
for Xbox, they did everything possible that I was predicting
I gotta take the long way.
Oh, good luck.
they do on a single line.
And this is interesting here where we see, really
It wasn't a
throughout New Donk
full-blown
City,
bingo,
throughout the world, we've got
obviously, but
these
point
really
across.
fun playground elements where you're bouncing on things,
A
you're jumping on
moon.
things, you're swinging. Can you tell our viewers a little bit more about how you came up with that kind of play mechanic in the game?
ぶら下がったりして、飛び跳ねたりして、い
right
ろ
in
ん
the
な
back.
環境のものに反応させられるんですけど、どういうふうにそういう遊び場っぽ
So
い
yeah,
雰囲気をするように考え方。
following recently, by the way. So if you head to my Twitter account, I have my bingo card already posted there.
So, going back to that
But
prototyping process, I was talking about
Metroid
before, we
Prime 4.
obviously create
I
lots
didn't
of
want to
different
call on a
sources
Metroid
for
Prime game,
ideas.
but
And
I'm
then next what we think about
so
is where to
glad
place
that
them
they're
within
doing
the
that.
stage.
This may give them an excuse if they do like a GameCube Virtual Console to bring over Metroid Prime 1 and 2.
We, like, combine it with different art
And if
assets,
we're
like,
lucky,
kind of
we get
real things to see what it might actually look like or work in game, and then try playing it.
I don't know if they're going to do a Wii Virtual Console on Switch. I think it's a little too soon for that. Maybe. I don't know.
And then, obviously out of that, like different things.
Or
come up,
otherwise
maybe
a
we could do this a little bit
re-release of the
differently, maybe
Metroid
this could actually
Prime
work like this instead, and then you
collection.
kind of add that to it, and the process just continues
All
from
the
there.
Fire Emblem Warriors characters. Yeah. Because long story short, Etika's gonna lose his mind over, or probably has lost his mind over the female Corrin reveal for Fire Emblem. It also could have been male Corrin. Could also be in the future. Stinking buffering. And then just think that Yuri Lowenthal is now
And so, you saw before, we were able to jump on top of the taxi, and that's something that was sort of in
we
Super
had
Mario
that little
Sunshine
precursor
so
with
in
Fire
that way we're also
Heroes,
getting hints from past games.
but that was
Can I
unexpected.
quickly
To be able to hear him doing the Marth voice, and I think he's also the new male character for Fire Emblem Warriors. I think his name is supposed to be Shion, spelled S-H-I-O.
Interject that
As opposed to
in the
Gan.
so as I mentioned, the goal right now is to recruit these musicians. When I was first playing this game for a feedback report for the development team, I could not figure out how to get to this guy on the top of this building. You can just barely see him. He's a speck right now in that triangular building.
Huh.
And the way I eventually found to do it was to take a really
Oh my gosh.
And that worked.
And no need for transitions is
and I wanted
seamless.
To know, when you saw that report from
seamless
me,
transition.
was that a problem to be solved? Was that a cool thing? What was that?
この辺はNCR の報告書を書いていたときに、
Come on, buffering. Please work with me. It's been so good up till now.
こういう風にトランペットのバンドマンを到着できますよと書いてました。それは
About an hour in.
っていったんでしょうか。
That's not even
はい、それは読んだんですけれども、読んだんですけれども、今日ここでプレイするとは思わなかった。
Yeah, I did read that.
Right now I want to know what those champion amiibos do. Why must they give you with
I
that?
also know the real way.
Plus, who knows what else is being announced by Nintendo Twitter. Don't spoil that for me, please. But just transformation mechanic, I did not think
But you know, you found your own
that
way to play
could
it, and like letting
work,
users
but
it's
it's working very well for the gameplay mechanics.
Goes way back in 3D Mario, Super Mario 64.
Might save
Super
the
Mario
chip
Sunshine as well.
It's also for later.
So this is actually one of the two kingdoms that's going to be playable on the show floor. The show floor, of course, isn't open yet.
Mario
so
and Rabbids.
We don't have folks playing the game at this moment, but I'm really looking forward to talking to folks after they've played it, because I think there's so many different ways to problem solve and find the moons in these kingdoms.
Cranky Avenue.
I'm not even sure if folks will find everything over the course of the show, but it's going to be interesting to find out how different people
and
approach
Odyssey on
completing some of these
show
objectives.
floor.
But the game encourages so much experimentation because you aren't kicked out of the level every time you find a moon.
So much experimentation. This is going to feel like a Breath of the Wild experience in a Mario game.
There's no disincentive.
That is basically what everyone has been hoping for since Super Mario 64
Yeah,
and
that's a very interesting change that adds, I think, to the
So that is
immersion
a
in the
very
kingdoms when
good
you think
sign,
about Super Mario 64, Super
especially
Mario
if they
Sunshine.
maintain
Whenever
this pace
you
for the
thought
future.
whatever the collectible objective was, depending on the game you were playing, you get bumped out of the area and you'd have to come back in. But here, since you're not going to get booted out of the kingdom when you collect a power moon, there's a lot of encouragement to just go check out that weird thing you saw on the horizon, because you can still
and the heart meter thing.
Oh no.
And they died. I just heard them die.
But then, keep on tracking and finding moons.
Another reason to explore everything is that there's very little distance.
Oh, it takes away coins rather than a life system.
And there's lots. So
that would be a little more intuitive.
Try again right away.
Mario lose 10 coins when he fell off.
It's also worth mentioning that the bullet bills here are coming out with visors on, so they cannot be
That
captured until
definitely
their hats off. Because
will
an
encourage
enemy with a hat is the scariest thing in this game.
Fashion is very important in this game. You gotta be conscious of your headwear.
Oh, I've explained over
Well, apparently this is not my day for this challenge.
Rather than a life system, coins are your lives. It's basically
give up on the third attempt.
Akin to the Sonic Ring mechanic. So long as you have a couple points on board, you can survive a few falls, a few deaths, but you gotta maintain that. So that definitely encourages coin collecting more than in past games. That's a good thing.
Really fun to see in person.
It is a gorgeous game, and we have some other segments later on in the stream that are gonna highlight some especially.
Albeit, unfortunately, there's not going to be any way of grinding one-ups really, really fast in the future. By green shell life grinding Easter eggs. We knew thee well.
And while I'm keeping my fingers
and the purple
yes.
coin mechanic for
one thing that we haven't mentioned yet that we probably should talk a little bit about is the fact that you're playing with Joy-Con with the
for this game really reminds me a considerable amount with the Banjo-Kazooie
motion controls, and
Notes.
throwing Cappy feels very intuitive.
Just under to
I'm going to switch to a different section of the game where I show the
can
standing world, which is also playable on the show floor.
Do good thing.
So give me just a moment
Oh,
here.
no worries. But I do
Oh
love
gosh,
that as
if
you're
that's the logo
experimenting, and I
for
think
the
we'll see
game,
folks doing
that
that on the show
dinosaur
floor
is going
here.
to be
So many of your gestures will affect how Cappy moves that while you're
quite the
holding the
reveal.
Joy-Con with the wrist straps attached, you really want to just try moving your arms in different directions. Like, okay, I'm going to try throwing up, I'm going to throw down, throw out. But I was really impressed by how well that implementation was put into play. Here we are.
Yeah.
Oh, this place is so pretty.
So here we're in the Sand Kingdom, in the town of Tostarena. And they had a problem now
getting
because
to see this world now.
it's all frozen. Everything is cold for reasons, of course, that Mario will eventually solve.
Yeah, actually, if you hang still for a second, we can show his little idle animation.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cute.
Oh, he's cool.
Pronounce the locals here too.
Yeah, I think he's distracted by the local dancing around, but I think if he's by himself, then he really shivers.
Oh, poor Mario.
Yeah.
Aww.
So let's see here.
The ice in the desert makes me
one thing I did
bored.
want to show off.
It's a good sign.
So as we mentioned, there's two kinds of coins in this game, and for I believe the first time in the mainline Mario series, you can actually buy things with your coins. And I wanted
buy things with which coins? The ones that keep you alive, or the purple ones?
to ask the developers how that came up. You know, that currency should be worth currency.
This is true. Thank you, Koizumi, for this level of insight from your
we
team.
wanted, coins to be used as coins in this game. Actually,
Because you and your team have been doing a wonderful job with this, making everything feel fluid.
And
look good.
I think you'll agree. If you go to foreign lands, one of the things that makes the biggest impression on you is the currency.
I'm in charge of enforcing the
you kind of look at it and you think,
I'm
wait,
afraid
is
what
this
you're wearing won't
real?
fit
Can
all.
I
Maybe the
use
locals can inspire you. So you have to get on local garb. We'll just go with that. Local dress. Give me a... Close the door, thank loud.
And since, Mario was going around to all these different kingdoms in this game, we wanted to make sure that there was a currency for each one.
要素はコレクトするコインの要素になっていますので、集めたものでコスチュームを変えたり、お土産を買うことができます。
And they're collectible items.
Okay,
so
Crazy
you can
Cap.
use them
Let's
to,
see what's
buy
in
outfits
this
or buy
place.
souvenirs.
お土産買うの楽しみです。
Yeah, and it's always fun to buy souvenirs,
Like
right?
we're looking at TF2 players. So many hats.
So there's two kinds of coins as we mentioned. The purple ones are unique to the local kingdom. The yellow ones can be used in any shop. I'm going to buy because the guy.
Hopefully we can stop
At the door said maybe I should. I'm not living up to their dress code. Maybe I should buy some clothes to fit in better.
Change now.
I'm going to buy a local sombrero.
So the purple
poncho.
Coins do unlock.
Wait till you see how adorable Mario looks.
Clothing options. Stuff you can buy in.
Yeah, and their huge stack of hats.
Place. Who knows what else?
And you can see some
on
of
that list. As I'm seeing the lion, but I don't know what that's for. Is that supposed to be for like the ship or what?
The souvenirs you can buy there that you can use to decorate the inside of the ship.
Ta-da!
And now I'm rocking this look. Let's go try that door again. So my capabilities are the same. I still have, it's still Cappy, even though he's turned
into
a different kind of hat now. He can turn into any kind of headwear, apparently. Exotic superpower.
So the hat itself can change
so I go over and talk to this
based
guy.
on
see if you meet the expectations
each of
there.
the worlds, as we kind of saw with the trailer. Because I did see that white top hat in that Nightmare Before Christmas looking
snappy and lively.
world.
Snappy and lively. I think the hat is the one and the poncho is the other.
Right in. What do we got? suffering is going to be the end of me. Wonder if this would be solved if I were just refresh the page.
All right. And this is, of course, what the goal I was working toward all this time.
This.
I love all these little moments of surprise where you never really know what's going to happen when you.
Oh,
get
and
into
that's a
these
little
spaces.
Easter egg.
I don't know. I wanted to get up so I could play a guitar.
A way to get a moon. Yay!
Exactly.
But what's with the moons? Wait. There was a date behind
so then we're going to move
that.
on to some more traditional 3D Mario
Is that an
gameplay
in-game
over this direction.
Now that you are
achievement
terribly
tracking
well-rested,
system?
it's time to go do some exploring.
Yeah.
Bowser's footprints. Please work.
And Bowser's footprints. I must be on the right track.
Might refresh this, so give me a moment. Hour, 12 minutes, 22 seconds. I'll be right back. Hopefully. And just to make it a little easier on all of you, I've explained rather than a life system. Coins are your life. It's basically akin to the Sonic Ring mechanic. As long as you have a couple coins on board, you can survive a few falls. Gonna take a few seconds more, so just give it a minute. Looks like their live stream ended. Nope. Nope, that's live. Okay. Fortunately, it's not anything too drastic. Come on, where are your videos? What? Okay, the one. Alright, I'm gonna need to take a couple of seconds. I think the Twitch stream disappeared entirely, so I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to record the stream from. Okay, give me a second.
there's no moon in there.
Okay, one of the weirdest things possible just happened to me. Apparently, every video from every Twitch streamer, presumably period, just lost all of their videos. Because I looked through Nintendo's video feed, there was nothing. I looked through I looked on the Twitch channel of the guy that I had the Bethesda stream hosted on Sunday night, blah blah LPs. He doesn't have any videos either. What just happened?
I don't know if they'll show the boss. They showed the last one, but time-wise, I don't know if they'll show the boss this time.
What the heck? It
So Javi
almost
told me
looks
that
like I was logged off
he's
for some
very
reason.
behind and that he's
Hold on.
glad that YouTube lets you rewind the streams. I'm trying to clarify and see if he's watching from the beginning and what he's looking at now.
fix the problem. I just need to log out and log back into my Twitch account. So, the moment the stream is done buffering through, I will get back to the point we were at and go from there. Of course, I know that we're still on the Be Right Back screen, so I'll transition back to that once we're at that timestamp. Hopefully I remember what it was. Give me a second more. Having a bit of an issue. What? Oh, don't tell me they locked people out of their own Twitch uploaded stream. Okay, it's working again. Now let me skip forward. This might get a little infuriating. I can't adjust the time stamp right now. And I don't know why. I hover my cursor over the screen, but nothing's showing up. If anything, Nintendo, if you've already uploaded your stream, please, 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 let me watch it right now. I am desperate to find that live stream. Spotlight, no. I'm gonna find the Treehouse. We're already several hours out. And Twitch is not wanting to cooperate. Getting a little warmer. I'm seeing a timestamp now. Now, please. Oh. We're back. Okay, we're back. 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 Okay, and back we go. Thank goodness. Thought we were going to have to edit there.
So notice that while using the motion controls, I can actually use the little homing function on the hat more easily. It is possible with the
the button controls only, but it's much more difficult.
Alright, the classic Goomba.
Yeah. And let's just do a big one for
the reason I say that is because early on, people were thinking they were two separate
That's, I guess, something folks are
worlds
probably
in
noticing
this
here. So
place.
you're not capturing those Goomba. It's not every single enemy that's capturable.
That's true.
You've got to find the special ones.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's having a good eye and just experimenting a lot with your cap.
I think they're a shade bigger, the ones you can capture, but I'm not positive about that.
Nice.
So bullet bills, of course, are useful because you can
And the
fly with them.
transition from Mario to bullet bill and back is, or at least from bullet back to Mario, is seamless.
And now I've got to very quickly capture my ride back.
And with bullet bills,
so glad.
you can only capture them for a limited amount of time because at some point
I
they're
didn't
just going to blow up.
even
So
you
you
were
have to be
toast
a little
otherwise.
mindful of what you're doing.
Yeah, you
when
only
you've
get
got
so
a
much
bullet
time
bill.
with the explosive guys. Alright, and then
Glad to be able to get back to this. Thank goodness. I was panicking for a
Oh yeah,
little
the
bit.
next bit you're coming up to blew my mind the first time I saw it.
So this place has these murals that look like they're decorated in this cool old school aesthetic.
Oh yes,
and
getting to see this.
Right
This is a cool little addition.
And I've still got my costume.
So,
oh my gosh!
San, I think we definitely need to hear a little bit more background about why you added this into the game.
They even
it's so
added
cool,
the
but
costume
it's so
change.
unexpected as
That's
well,
so clever.
なんでこのような 2D の8ビットマリオのところも入れたいと思ったんでしょうか。
3D の部分は
Oh, and
広く観察できるように
that was a nice touch.
So we wanted to make something that would be
going
sort of a
from
contrast
8-bit
with the 3D
immediately
stages that you were able to
into
explore very freely.
and the use of the wall block to change that. There are just some things Nintendo
the 2D spaces are kind of
can artistically hit right every time that good idea comes up.
同じステージの中でもそういった違った遊びっていうのを入れたかった。
But also within the 2D stages, as you can see,
because it's
we wanted to
2D on a 3D plane.
もちろんこう昔からのゲームが好きな人にも楽しんでもらえるビジュアルになっていると。
And of course, with the visuals, we're hoping it's something the people who enjoyed
and a
kind
comment
of classic nostalgic games also
wanted
get
to
a
say
kick out
earlier
as well.
that I forgot about. The health bar that Mario has, it definitely reminds me a lot of the Super Mario Galaxy health bar.
Music changes when we're transitioning
That's
back and
another
forth.
aesthetic
I know we've
that
been chatting, maybe it's hard
adds
for
to
some folks
similarities.
to hear, what's been going on here.
Oh
but
gosh,
if you
oh
just pop in and
gosh.
out of that warp pipe, it's
Oh.
pretty impressive transition when the music changes.
And switch.
But there's no warp pipe up here.
Just don't jump off. No.
Yeah.
No,
But you
don't
can
jump
see
off.
that it's more of a
Start by getting the flag, then the moon, then jump.
So I'm going to skip ahead and show off the
this is
last
the end
part
of this segment.
Scenario. Okay,
So they're going to do a quick demo change.
we'll need these.
Are we going to get to
Wrist
see a
straps,
boss
people?
fight?
Always wrist straps?
Yes. I'll set to jump in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning too that we're only covering a tiny bit of what is in this kingdom. There's so much more to do and explore.
There's just a ridiculous amount.
Even
All right,
more.
so here we are. This is much later in the level.
Okay.
I'm snappy outfit though, and watch these bullet bills transition out of the 2D. And
That! Oh my gosh!
Open this wall.
So another thing that's really handy about the bullet bills as a capture target that you'll see here,
That is
when you're
such
trying
a
to target
creative
for really
transition.
flying, it's got a little bit of a headlamp.
Puzzle me. Oh gosh.
That's okay. But it's got a little bit of a headlamp, so you can
Congratulations.
use that to line yourself up.
It's super handy.
But the transition from 2D bullet bill to 3D bullet bill to capturing them. Who thought of this? Give them a pay raise if they didn't get one already from all the Switch sales.
Alright, here we go.
And with bullet bills, you can also give yourself little speed bursts as well. Shaking the Joy-Con will let you go a little bit further. So it's worth experimenting once you get a feel for the timing of how long a bullet bill will last.
It's kind of like driving a car that doesn't have any brake pedal. You can go faster, you can steer,
And that's
all you can do.
They're
Alright, so up here we're about to confront one of the brutals.
responses from YouTubers that
folks may have seen them in our original teaser trailer for this game.
or near new.
They are an
learn
evil
they
wedding planning firm,
need
and I'd love to hear more from the developers
the
about
general traffic on that.
how they came to be and what your favorite brutal is.
ブライダルっていう団体がこの結婚を企画してるグループらしいですけど、なんか一番気に入りのブライダルさん誰かいますか？
そうですね。彼らはクッパに、雇われてクッパの結婚式を成功させようとしています。
So they've, as you kind of said, they've been employed by Bowser. They're in charge of making sure his wedding goes off without a hitch.
なので結構仕事をきっちりするタイプですね。
They're very serious about their work.
Respect that.
Their work ethic is admirable.
Wedding planner.
なので、
This is a psychotic rabbit.
同じような帽子をかぶったようなキャラクターがいるんですけれども、それがリーダーなので僕はそのトッパーというキャラクターがお気に入りです。
And my favorite is Topper, the kind of shorter one who has that green top hat.
Yeah, guy in green.
Yeah. Yeah, Topper.
Phase 2.
How about you,
This should be the final hit. If we're sticking with traditional 3D Mario combat. Although Super Mario 3 did incorporate the 3 hits, you're dead mechanic to their mid-bosses and regular bosses. Back in
This is a really good timing because the character I like the most is the one you're fighting right now, Harriet. She has this great contrast between her cute appearance and like how devilish she is. She's sort of like the tricky little sister of the group here.
That's an understatement, and that's gonna resonate.
Her attacks are really fun to watch as well, especially when she starts flying
if
around.
they have siblings.
And it's worth mentioning you fight each of the brutals a few times, but their tactics get more and more intense and dangerous.
But I'll be honest, having planned a wedding last year, I would take the help of Evil Wedding Planner.
Yeah, I mean, any
sets, you gotta get that
evil
third
help is better than no help.
and final hit.
And they're dedicated to their
Gotta
work.
make that.
They're willing to fight your enemies for you, and that's pretty great.
Oh, nice.
And there we go. Now, if it'll stop buffering, we can find out if that was.
There we go.
Yep.
Nicely
Final
done.
hit.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sorry, Harriet.
Now she'll be back.
3 moons.
All right, so that's a grand moon worth 3 power moons.
Is that cat normally right?
And there we see Cappy in his natural state as well.
There he is, celebrating with Mario.
Nice.
All right, so that's what we have for gameplay for right now. But we
Yeah,
did
we're
have one
catching too
more
much
little
else.
feature, I believe.
Yes, we've got some new goodies that have turned up here on stage with us. So these are the amiibo for the game. We've got
and they
Princess
have
Peach,
Mario
Bowser, and
amiibo for
Mario in their
Odyssey.
wedding outfits.
Oh
And,
my gosh!
I just need to ask you guys about the development process.
Tuxedo Mario, Wedding Bowser, and Wedding
Peach. It must have been a very
Peach.
interesting process getting these.
Is there a distinction between these and the Mario, Peach, and Bowser amiibos that we normally find?
はい。ヒロインであるピーチ姫をより可愛く魅力的に作ってい
That's
ま
at
す。
least 7 amiibo out of here. We're about halfway to the record set by the last major Nintendo Direct, where we got 13 amiibos, 6 of which were the Smash 4 ones,
from there,
all in a single Direct.
Well, we have to make sure that, in terms of visuals, they weren't going to lose out.
They got to keep up.
Yeah, they got to keep up. Yeah.
あとこのポージングっていうのも今回のテーマに合わせて物語性を持たせているのが特徴になっています。
And another characteristic of these is that the posing is very kind of directly linked with the story and what's going to be happening in the game.
Yeah, Mario's got kind of a humble bow thing going, and Bowser's kind of looking like I own the world.
And I think Bowser looks pretty dapper here, though.
Yeah.
But it is really amazing. I don't know how close we can get the camera here. We got a better look here, but in person, the texture, where some of them have almost like a pearlized kind of texture, and there's a lot of subtlety with the different kinds of fabric. You can really see a lot of nuance for these.
So chances are these will be Smash compatible because they're a Mario, Peach, and a Bowser amiibo.
Share about the functionality of amiibo for our viewers.
So that could mean I changed the color on my already on the Peach amiibo I already own from the solid white color to maybe a Super Mario 3D World inspired fire peach color to allow me to,
so you'll be
if
able to
I
use
choose
the
to
amiibo
get a
get
wedding
different
peach
costumes within
amiibo,
the game, and then they'll
to
also have kind of an
be able to have that as the solid
And we do
white
have
colors
existing
for
amiibo
Smash
supported
4.
as well. I think we'll be talking more about that at a later point. But I think that's all we're allowed to show for right now, unfortunately.
Right now. We'll be showing more of this game later on
Yes,
in
we'll
the
definitely
stream,
do that.
of course.
But Motokura-san and Kozumi-san, thank you again so much for joining us here and sharing some of the insight about the development process of the game.
Thank you very much.
And folks who are watching, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be back in a few seconds here with our next segment, so please don't go anywhere.
Define a few seconds. And the entire press, well, the entire venue is fashioned after New Donk City. And all of those Super Mario Odyssey setups all right there. And the music.
Here we go, off the rails. Don't you know it's time to raise our sails? It's freedom like you never knew.
So the only question, is this supposed to be Pauline singing? It's very rare to hear songs in a Mario game with lyrics. Even rarer to have voice acting, because the last time the sound effects added to the song. The last time we had voice acting in a Mario game was Super Mario Sunshine. I doubt we're going to get any voice acting for Super Mario Odyssey, but this song is just... That's a Donkey Kong ripped in this song. That is an awesome little lyrical Easter egg. That's awesome.
Spin the wheel, take a chance. Every journey starts a new romance.
Like, I would have been skipping this otherwise, but this is a treat to listen to. Just, I think for overall pizzazz for crowd engagement and for software put out, I think Nintendo's got this E3 in the bag. If the Mario and Rabbids stuff in the Ubisoft conference wasn't already enough of an indication that E3 was going to be dominated by Nintendo focus. I mean, come on, and one of the highlight moments of the conference is getting to see Shigeru Miyamoto on stage at E3, even if not the Nintendo's Treehouse stage. That is an accomplishment. I think the song's looping. Do you? Ugh. The title of this song is either Odyssey or One Up Girl, and that is clever! Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Like, if there's a Japanese version, and if the Japanese one was first, give the person who wrote this a promotion. If it was someone from Nintendo of America, give them the promotion. Because they deserve it for the clever lyrics of this song. Alright, the song has ended. Are we transitioning back now? Oh wait, no, it's more music. It's supposed to be those little rabbit enemies. Gonna try skipping ahead. Oh, okay, starting in.
And Teresa. So Reggie, how you
Oh,
feeling?
Reggie!
I'm feeling
Spotlight.
great. I'm feeling great. The spotlight was, as I said, direct to the point. The reaction by the fans has been fantastic. I mean,
we're
certainly
going over the
Super Mario
new
Odyssey
2DS
and
XL
what we
now.
showed from that. The
Any
little snippet of
games we
Metroid Prime
mentioned?
4, the
Pikmin?
fans just tremendously excited. And, you know, it continues our overall
Definitely Ultra
message
Sun
of how
and
we
Moon,
approach
Fire
E3 and what it is that we're
Emblem
trying to do.
Warriors
For us,
for 3DS.
it's all about showcasing content, typically content that's near in. So obviously we showed a little bit of ARMS, a little bit of Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 coming later on this year. And then we also showed a couple little snippets of things that are coming a little bit further along. But so far the reaction has been fantastic, and it just continues. Why we're here on Treehouse Live, a little bit more in-depth view of the games, and so far so good.
Right on. I know we're kind of in the calm before the storm right now. The floor still isn't open, so we can actually still
That's
see
an understatement.
the carpet. It hasn't been packed with people yet. You've had a chance to
People
do some
will
exploring around the booth. What do you
flood
think
the
of
room.
New Dog City come to life here at E3?
You know, the booth is fantastic. The team that we have that works on the booth design and the look and the feel, both from an NOA perspective as well as with the headquarter team at NCL, every year they are outdoing themselves. Last year it was the takeover with Breath of the Wild. This year it's all about New Donk City and creating an environment for consumers to really go deep into the game. About half of the booth is all about Super Mario Odyssey. The other half, we're showcasing all of our other content, including third-party content. We're showing FIFA 18.
That's good.
Out on
That
the
is
floor.
good. That
So it's a
Super
great
Mario
booth,
Odyssey
and
is
as you
an
say, this is the
only
calm before the storm.
focus
Just as I was
for
coming in
their
earlier,
booth.
there are
That's
already thousands
very
of people
good.
out there
That
just
half
waiting to
of
come
it
in.
is
And
Odyssey,
typically,
and
when the
the
doors
other
open,
half
it's like
is
the running of
everything
the
else
bulls, and they
they're
all come
showcasing.
crashing
That's
into our booth. So
very
it's going to
good.
be fantastic.
Nice. I remember last year we were down the ground floor and you could actually feel the rumble in the ground when people started coming in.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be exciting. But again, you know, for
Must
us,
have been an
the
ethereal
spotlight
feeling.
was a focus on Nintendo
Just
Switch games.
the rumble of people
What
rushing
people don't
for the
understand is
Nintendo
that
line.
as we
I've
construct our
seen
overall
video
presence
footage of
at
that
E3,
line
we're
after
very
the
thoughtful
Wild
around what's
trailer.
the best way to show content. And so
That
Nintendo
was
3DS is going to play a key role here on
madhouse
Treehouse Live.
rush
We've
just
got
to play
content
Breath
that
of the
we'll be
Wild.
showing today. We've got content that we'll be showing really throughout the 3 days that we're here.
Okay.
And it's important that the fans at home and our consumers understand that Nintendo 3DS is still a vibrant part of our business.
Yeah, the 3DS is still going to be a
Obviously
focus
with
for
Pokemon Ultra
the very
Sun,
least the
Pokemon
next
Ultra Moon that
fiscal
was
year.
announced
So
last week. That's going to be a
until
fantastic
about April
holiday driver
2018,
for
they're
us.
going to be focusing on
We've got other
the
great
3DS,
games coming,
the 2DS
and
line of
you know, what people don't
systems and
realize
games
is
on it.
that Nintendo 3DS was the only platform that grew last year in 2016 versus 2015. The only one.
That is true.
That's pretty
because
and
the
we've
Wii U
sold
didn't have that much of a
66
player
million,
base, and everyone was
globally
already
of
ready
Nintendo
for what was
3DS.
then
Again, more than
NES
any
and
other
what is
platform
now
of this generation. People don't know that. I've got my handy dandy new
2DS
2DS
XL,
XL,
black
and
and
obviously in continuing
Let's
to
be
showcase
honest,
new hardware.
the color scheme
You know,
for
us, it's all about
the new
continuing to
2DS
drive that momentum.
XLs is
Yes,
very
the family keeps
reminiscent
growing.
of
And then we've got
Reshiram
this
and
adorable little
Zekrom
member to
from
add to it as well.
Pokemon.
It is really pretty.
Black
it
and
is
blue
really
lightning,
pretty,
white
and
and
it really
orange to
showcases
reddish
great. I'm playing Miitopia,
fire.
right? One
Like,
of the fun
come
things about
on.
my job is I get to play the
If
games
it weren't for
early.
the
I'm
fact that
playing
we're getting a
Miitopia.
Gen 4 remake
I've got
next, that could
Mii's
have been
of Mr.
such
Ayanuma,
an
Mr. Miyamoto,
easy,
Mr. Koizumi is in there. And
to
of
a
course,
Gen
I had to
5
have Bill as
remake.
Dark Lord, right?
Wait, what?
So,
Metopia, that's
I'm
another
really
game.
enjoying it on my my new 2DS XL, and it's fantastic.
It's pretty sweet when you can play games and you're like, it's work.
Much could be said for many Twitch streamer as well. My gaming is my work. But that only works when people decide to.
I'm doing this because I have to do this.
Well, so a funny story is I'm playing Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and putting in a lot of hours in that. I've got my family saying, so, you're doing this just for E3, right? You're doing this because you